of a sudden, a window around the world to Sacramento with one push of a button. Oh,
and there was two. Now there's three.
and this one. Good evening. Good evening.
Snag Harbor.
Good evening and welcome. Notice there are no windows and no doors. But then again, there's always my way. Oh, you been to Disneyland? Jose, what's up? Chief Mechanic. Snag Harbor. Stephanie, welcome. All right, should we just get the Q word out of the way early? It's quiet. There, I said it. Early.
Time for the beat check.
Yep. Oh, let's do that. Need to be in this lane.
Justin Impossible.
Orange lights.
It's the red ones that I worry about.
Yeah, orange lights are gonna happen. That's just, yeah. Don't ask the impossible of us. Sheesh. The pressure.
There's Mike Walker.
Mike Walker. Who's that guy?
I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
NC.
North Carolina, welcome. Yeah. Like last night, we were talking about how quiet it was, then things went berserko quick.
Well, if anything, there's lots of construction tonight.
Yeah.
Did you do donuts last night?
I did.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
Nice and hot, glazed and the chocolate raised, and took a nice hot cinnamon roll home to my sweeter pie. She loved it.
Is that everybody Snag? No.
Shouldn't be. No, that's a team. Snag doesn't know how a team works. Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh, so if you are having problems getting some of our content or not able to interact with us in the comments, and you have an iOS, I don't know why you would have something like that from the dark side, a crapple. But anyway, run your updates and do your phone update that kicked out last week, and that will take care of your problem. Had a bunch of people messages, hey, we can't get anything from your page. No, we can't comment. And well, talk to Facebook. We have literally no control over that, about as much control as you have over your Facebook stuff. And suggested some updates, and sure enough, that's what it was. So,
Hello, Christy. Kevin, I'm sorry about the donuts, but sometimes you just gotta work a little harder at the gym, I guess.
yeah.
Donuts are good.
Yeah.
Heading into West Sac to see what's going on.
Oh, fire call.
Train 1 Engine 8, finally climb assault. 6500 Folsom Boulevard at the 711. On the crime assault, 711 6500 Western Boulevard. Turn 1 into late. Turn up 171 Alpha 1. Operation
Getting a
Sunday.
selfie with the change machine. Okay.
Oh, it looks like it's the Old West.
Yeah, that's it.
It's the ATM of the Wells Fargo.
Oh, there we go. It's the law of the West. And Fanny Ann's has a
Oh,
few folks.
There's our buddy.
Yep.
Ooh, we're getting ready for the holiday Hallmark.
Yeah, you went for the Theater of Lights. I have never been to the Theater of Lights.
Really?
Really?
You should go.
We're going. We're gonna get to go in a couple weeks.
It's really cool.
Yeah, this becomes a action theater with all the lights and.
I've actually got to be down here and be dressed up for this. I
Ah.
did some docent work here in town and got a chance.
You did some donut work here in town.
I always like donuts. Donuts
Oh.
are my friend. But docent,
Oh, docent. Oh.
you know, the guys that know a little bit about downtown and what's going on.
Well, for guys that know a little bit about downtown, they picked the right guy.
I know a little bit about a lot of nothing.
If it sounds like we're rattling, it's because we're driving down cobblestone.
You ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Love Whose Line Is It?
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm ready to do the news. You know, Colin.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you calling me a mockery?
Do you know what this sound reminds me of? What? A little rock and roll. The firehouse.
So we were having a conversation on our team communication this evening as we were ramping up here, and one of our team members is younger, and we mentioned 8-track tapes. Yeah, dated ourselves real quick.
But better yet, the 45.
The 45, yes.
Which they thought it was a...
And the old anti-piracy slogan, don't copy that floppy. What's a floppy?
Oh, they're still taking pictures.
Oh, they're still doing selfies, yeah.
Someone wants to talk to us.
Okay, we got 35 peeps on. Where's everybody from? Other than Sacramento.
Ooh, the 78s.
Oh. The old 45s. The old songs bring back the old lines. Maybe the old times will sound new. Yeah, hey, see?
See, there you go.
Maybe you'll lay your head on my shoulder. Ace, get away.
Hey, Colin, you know what time it is?
Oh no, what time is it?
Time for you to quit singing.
Who sang that? Anyways, let him sing it.
Kentucky. Citrus Heights.
All right, Kentucky. Christy Cooley. Howdy. Supporter. We need a big supporter badge for Christy Cooley.
Rancho Cordova.
What was that, Banks?
I knew my ex-husband's new wife was very young when she didn't know who Burt Reynolds was.
Burt who? Oh.
He was the one that coined the phrase 10-100.
Ah.
And what did Sally Field say? Better than 10-200.
There you go. Nevada, Fernley, welcome.
Fernley.
What's up, Christy Cooley? Glad you're back. Where'd you go? I know I haven't seen your name pop up in a while. Thought you deserted us. Oh. Ooh, I love all those lights.
Oh yeah, the stagecoach is gone though. They got it somewhere else.
Yeah, for the tree. Oh, cool.
Inglewood. We're up at Stockton. Hello, Lisa.
Definitely get that, Christy Cooley. No, I gotta brag on Christy. She is literally our biggest financial supporter. I gotta throw that out there, and we greatly appreciate that. She, along with many others, helped us really get catapulting to where we're at. We had to go backwards a little bit because we got up into what we call next level coverage, where we're able to cover around the clock pretty much for a couple of months as a trial basis. And we really thought we were going to be able to launch into some good viewer funding and keep us going with the next level coverage, but that hasn't happened. But we're pressing onward and forward. But if we had to had founders bricks somewhere, Christy Cooley would definitely have a big one.
We have northbound number 3 lane closure at Howe and Enterprise. Unknown reason.
Howe and Enterprise.
It says closure of road. It doesn't give us a...
Does it say construction? No.
Nope.
No. Hazard?
Nothing.
Nada. Almost makes you want to go around and check it out, but I guess if something else went down, we'd be off out of step.
Yeah. Something Rancho. Yeah, that one's red, just so you know.
This one's red? Oh, that's red. Which signal light code are we using tonight?
Oh. Shoot, it's red.
Oh, that one.
Holy shnikes, that's red. (952) on 21st. 952 on 21st.
952 on 21st. What?
Was that 952 on 21st?
Oh no, that's District 4.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it this one up here? Is 952?
Yeah, I've been that one up there. Yeah, that's what we were looking at. But there's no information on what that is, except that it's northbound Howe at 3rd.
Consumers River Boulevard, we have a traffic collision, no injuries.
Oh, she did. Janelle said the Q word. Yeah, it is a little quiet. Now, last night, those of you who were with us last night, early morning, we were doing the quiet conversation, and it went berserko, and then we had an officer involved in a major fight, And all of
Thomas Ball, Fairfax said enter requesting code 3, 6500 Folsom Boulevard at the 7-Eleven. Thomas Ball.
Did they call that earlier?
They did.
And all of a sudden, you hear an officer yelling, "Fighting with one! Code 3 cover!" And it went on for a while. Well, they were trying to find where he was at. He was in the canal, north of, just on the north side of 80 at Norwood, and actually wound up shooting the suspect's dog. The guy's dog was attacking him, and wound up tasing the suspect. So it was kind of interesting, and this goes into a whole nother conversation. Some friends of the suspect are messaging on our page and know him very well, and say he's a really nice guy. You know, I even gave him hugs, and all these things, just in a bad spot in his life. And you know, there's that whole other conversation. Here's someone who typically is really caring and kind and helping other people. Then something snaps, and all of a sudden here's this person who's normally very kind and in a major battle with an officer. And quite honestly, you know, from the sounds of the radio traffic, very fortunately it was just the dog that was shot, not, you know, trying to put anything on anything at all. Just the gravity of the situation, it very well could have gone that way, and thank goodness it was just a taser deployment, and he was taken into custody. The guy threw a big rock hit one of the officers as well, and the officer was injured. So 2 officers injured, dog deceased, and the subject taken into custody. And again, could have been a very, very bad situation, but here we are with the mental health situations, and what kind of support are they really getting. And I know the city had to close their mental health facility a while back, and those folks have been on the streets, and not really a lot of help for them. So,
Sonia, we're doing what we call a beat check. We're just cruising around the different hot spots and seeing if there's anything going that we're not hearing on the radio. Just making sure everything is pretty quiet, which it definitely seems to be very quiet. We've only had just a couple cars here it
is. It's very quiet. It's quiet. Yeah. It's quiet. It's quiet. Yeah, you gotta use that Q word. Now we're in an area, it's almost a dead zone for the radios, so we like to get out of here pretty quick, and we'll head up K Street. I went past down here around 4 o'clock this morning. There wasn't one ambulance in that ambulance bay. I was gonna take a picture because I know no one will believe me, but it's true.
Consumnes River Boulevard and Freeport, there's a Ford versus a bus stop, a solo traffic collision.
Ooh.
Non-injury. Where's everybody going? Yes, sir, Justin. The calm before the storm.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, Justin's a supporter. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I was looking at numbers this afternoon. I don't get a chance to look at them often enough. And, you know, that they say numbers are your friends. Yeah, I don't know. So we, in the last 17 days, we're up 448% on supporters. which is really cool, but we only have 67 supporters. So hopefully we'll start seeing an increase in that. So it'll be wonderful.
Are you guys still in the range by chance? Our Triple C is reporting at 917 out there with an occupied vehicle.
Coming up on Lavender Heights, K and 20th area.
Fill in pretty good though.
Yeah, this could be a little busy at night. Thanks, Chanel. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us. And it's taxi day.
You missed that car that was down the tracks here the other night.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. Still need to do the video for that one.
Answer your question, North County.
Slacking.
I know.
Number and your plate.
And it was down there a long way. It's probably down there 100, 150 feet.
Well, he really pushed it, huh?
I think what he was trying to do is I think he was trying to drive to the other end and got stuck, got high-centered.
But we can go get fuel.
Fool.
Fuel.
So we got a chance to, there was a grass fire this afternoon in Sacramento here off of Levy Road and in between Alberta and Elkhorn that
Almost burned Ace's truck down.
yeah,
Oh,
no, almost got me. Now it was kind of a funny story, but we won't. Anyway,
we do it. Ace digresses.
yeah, but we digress. Sounds like it was a construction-related fire. There was looked like a bobcat and another equipment started to spark, and the fire started, and with the winds it really kicked up and ran down the road. Probably ran, I don't know, quarter to half a mile, and had the potential to be really bad. There was talked to one gentleman, his house is 120 years old, and it burnt right up to his fire break that he put in, so it was good on him that he put a fire break in all the way around his house.
Wow.
And at the same time, kind of a public service announcement is if you are involved with a grass fire, don't drive through all the smoke. One person drove off the side of the levee, and luckily she didn't get hurt.
Stroke 1349 waiting away. Stroke 1349 away.
Yeah, that was a dangerous situation.
So yeah, if you look at our pictures on Facebook, you'll see the car sitting on the side of the levee. How she kept that on all four wheels, I have no idea, because I took video and photos of the tracks of her car, and I still don't believe that she was able to keep it on all four wheels, because that levee was really steep, and at one point it looked like she was driving on the side of her tire trying to keep it upright. So
Pushing in the alley to the back of the building. I'm getting to leave. Now he's trying to take his clothes off. No white 3859 140.
What was that?
22155.
2215 10th Street.
130, copy.
22, what's the 22nd?
I don't 20 seconds B.
V.
I don't know what the...
Be this way. 22nd and V Victor.
2215B.
Yeah. And Sky, you're absolutely correct. That activity and doing those things is a major support. And I wish there was like a badge for those things as well. And so we don't mean to forget about or discount that type of support. And that's pretty huge.
That's behind us.
What? What's behind us? 2217P.
That's right behind us.
2217? There's 20 seconds up here.
2215 10th.
Oh, 10th, that's right. I got my V and 10th. Yes. So a transient subject refusing to leave, now in the alley,
Yes.
taking his clothes off. Cover your eyes.
We're not responsible for what you're about to see.
We don't know what we're all about to see. We never know what we're gonna see.
7-Eleven.
Someone right there?
Yeah, someone back in that corner back over
You
here.
saw someone?
Yeah, he's standing
Okay. Alright, so there is someone back there in the alley. So we're gonna stage out this way and wait for officers to arrive in the area.
Just poke down your head so I can see down this alley.
And West Lavona, 6 William, Ocean Charles, 697 Black, Jaguar 102.
I don't see anybody.
It's farther down, but it's closer on the other end.
1 out 36 traffic stop. 1 out 36 man.
We got 26 has a traffic stop.
29 and K on 3 Union David Henry 964.
So, because of where we're at, will they have to come by us then, unless they come up the other side?
Pretty much, yeah. Hoping.
Would you have a driver for me? Negative. Yes, sir.
think, was that one way? Or was that two
That's
way?
a one-way over there.
Yeah. Yes, they either got to come, yeah, parents got to come this way. Okay, no yawning allowed. Too early for yawning. So this is what we do sometimes. We wind up getting in the area a lot sooner than law enforcement. And so we stand by. We stand by to stand by.
NC3, what was the cross street on that? 22nd and what? 22 and what?
Onset was about 20 minutes ago. Sorry, I'll
Twenty-two 15 10th Street.
Copy.
Alpha 32. There's no 19 there. 36 traffic stop. PSN 35 clear. PSN 35 Alpha 32. There's no 19 for the other.
Oh, he snuck in on us.
575 Adam 045106.
I don't know where is it.
61.
Hey man, we've been live for what? Half hour, 45 minutes? You're just jumping on Califield? I thought you were waiting for us to go live. So heard the officer say there was no 923 out here. So evidently, oh, we could come from this way.
Yeah, we won't get involved normally with the police. Oh, he's right there.
Oh, whoop. Shoot. And is that car coming up behind me?
He's back
Really
up.
stopped. Oh, he's taking off. Yeah, okay. So, take the situation check clear. So, back to our regular scheduled programming. I'm going to get fuel. We don't want to do a Scott Lane and run out of fuel while we're heading to a call. If you watch Shot in the Dark, you'd get that one. If you haven't watched Shot in the Dark, you won't get that one.
But our role is primarily to document, not to assist. So, you know, there'll be times where we're on scene way early, where we have directional lights and stuff on our NC3 cruiser that we use to help with traffic control and that kind of stuff. But for the most part, we try and stay out of the way and let the officers and the firefighters and paramedics do their thing. We're here just to document.
Although, we will jump in and help out when needed. And just like the other night, they were short officers and they asked us to block traffic for them. And we assisted there. And then there's been another time when we've come up on an accident. Actually, we were like right around the corner. And along with the officer, CHP officer got there first. And we got there right behind the CHP officer. And I'm a former medic firefighter, so I jumped in and took over medical for the officer so he could go control the scene. And I waited for fire and medical to arrive. So given the situation, and then we'll pick up the camera. But if there's a situation where we can help out, we're gonna do that, and then we'll pick the camera up.
Yeah. But you know, Kelly, I feel that that's a discussion we've been having here in the last couple of weeks. We've been on a couple of those calls where afterwards we kind of said, hey, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
we're normally okay. Then testing. We are extremely careful, and when it is a potentially hostile situation, we stay several blocks out and wait for law enforcement to arrive, and then we roll in behind them, depending on what we're hearing on the radio. And most of the time when we get somewhere, the crime's already been committed, the shooting's already done, the shooter's way gone, and we're surrounded by a whole lot of law enforcement. So we're actually like in the safest place in the city. So typically not necessary. Then there's the other conversation that if we do start wearing vests, will we become not so cautious? Because, you know, you feel protected. So there's that conversation as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fire dispatch. Stand by.
TC is 30. Bristol consumers.
Oak Grove. Nobody cares about Oak Grove. That's one of our standard jokes.
We do care about Oak Grove.
Yes, don't worry, we do care. All right, fueling time. And I'm sure Ace will clean the windows while I. He's looking at me like, "Did you bump your head?"
I think you did. But we do have a few minutes. If you have some questions, happy to answer what I can.
You probably can't. Oh.
More than likely, I cannot. No, I'm just kidding. It's never good when you pull up to get fuel and you go, whoa.
Fire dispatch, truck 35.
Fire dispatch.
935 AOR, postal peak on scene.
Truck 35 AOR, postal peak on scene.
That'd be correction. Back 35 AOR. Truck will remain on scene for fuel.
Oh, looks like Arco's taking credit cards now.
Oh, are they?
There's a new screen that says pay here debit or pay here credit. You gotta push one of them first.
Oh, wow. Hello, Kimberly from Ohio. And Sky, I don't know that either of us have ate at Pancake Circus. Have you?
Oh, we've had that. Oh, I have. Yeah.
You have? I have never ate there.
I need to go back there. I don't know why I don't frequent there.
Sky, have you ate at Pancake Circus? Is it good?
I seem to remember enjoying it when I went there one time.
See, we usually have breakfast about 3 a.m., so it's not a lot open at 3 a.m.
That's snack. I usually have breakfast around 11 a.m. noon.
That's lunch.
You know, everyone else that's lunch. It's breakfast for me.
Oh, okay.
Everyone else is offbeat.
No emergency lights or sirens. We do have amber lights, caution lights attached to the vehicle.
Safety lights,
Safety lights.
directional bar, and some strobes, but just for on-scene safety.
Still person, 3000, J. Juliet Street, inside the original Mel. Still person, inside original Mel, 3000, J. Juliet Street, inside 1-inch formatting.
Ah, Bruce, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that.
And 31 copy from the Claudio area.
That part.
Yeah, you know, once it's in your DNA, you're, yeah, we do what we do.
Well, I'll take that area check and stay over there.
Huh. Have to try a hamburger then. Of course, for those of us who are out till 4 or 5 a.m., usually we're lucky to get there by 2.
Start for 502 at 7225 Greenhaven Drive, the Burger King at 4C Charles. Vehicle was driving with Florence, was swerving on the freeway. Now in the Burger King drive-thru, he fell asleep. Complainant tried to call him to move his vehicle and he refused. In a great BMW 300 series, plate of 8 Edward John George 430. And complainant is behind him in a Chrysler 300.
Sorry, got this over too.
Jones Hale, that turn in Roanoke.
All right, we are fueled and ready for the big one. Oh. Thanks for Maria. And we don't use the lights when we're driving. That would be illegal. But we definitely use them when we get on scene. And it'd be nice if we could use them to get through intersections and that. Back in the old days, when was it driving code 3 apparatus?
Did Dart ever show up on that call the other day?
Good question. I left. They were arriving. Some of them were arriving, yeah. I don't know what the outcome was. They didn't hear anything more.
Adam, Charles, 62-3-1-0.
Be advised, vehicle is registered to 7444 Greenhaven Drive, apartment 178.
Yeah, I hear you, Bruce. Oh, you gotta see this bug here. It's one of those, yeah. Seen this one around town a few times. It's like all the windows are blocked. So our other finer voting constituents right there. You know what? I need to clean the windshield. See if we can get some of these spots off the windshield. God, Bruce, how did you miss out on Pancake Circus?
I lived here over 10 years and never ate a pancake circus. Oh yeah, I don't like pancakes, that's why.
You don't like pancakes?
No.
Are you human? No kidding.
Subject just drove into the gated apartment complex. I'm going to advise him to make the first right. His car is in a stall. He's still in the driver's seat.
Ooh, NC3 is dirty. Just saw it under the lights.
So Maverick is cleaning the windshield so you all can see a little better.
It's snowing.
Back up. Copy.
Hey, Mal, paper towels. Can I borrow your sleeve, Ace?
Sure. Hey, where's your jacket at?
And on the
Oh,
pilot,
here you
the
go.
clinic is going to stand by and can ID if necessary.
Oh wow, it's so much better.
Is that better on your side?
Getting there.
A little bit more. Okay, stop.
Looks like there's some oil you got on
Trail 6674.
Are you gonna have somebody take 118 out?
122 is just completed, so as soon as they get done wrapped up with these things, we're going to couple those together and bring them out the west end, and we'll move 11 out of the way to do that.
Ooh, I can even see out of my side now.
48, the clinic is sitting at a 4-way stop sign in a white Chrysler.
Information North area units. We're going one channel operation north of the river. Channels 1 and 2 will
One
dispatch.
channel north of the
One channel
river.
operation north of the river at 058 hours.
SSD.
Yeah, it took a chill day. Car wash.
Copy.
1 north 2099088. Good platform right now.
I'm gonna call for that. The first cab for later goes to 4 coupled in, and then the last one goes to 1 coupled in.
Copy, Cap 4.
Agreed, Justin. It's like, might be able to see something. You know, it's interesting because this is a retired police cruiser that we're in, and whatever they've put on the windshield, we actually cannot shoot pictures from inside the car through the windshield. It blurs everything, and we think it's some sort of coating they have on the windows. So that's kind of an interesting note. So we always have to shoot from outside the vehicle.
But the phone pictures turn out okay.
Yes, that's what's kind of interesting. We can shoot with the phone.
4713. 4713.
Got it.
Can I dust your nose, sir?
Hmm?
Can I dust your nose?
Yes, please.
Well, 36, over stop. On Sequoia Pacific, by property.
Chief complained that the headache has been going on for approximately 5 days. Patient was just released from facility approximately 2 hours ago.
Wow, Air 21 is up tonight.
Drunk by the blazing turkey. Oops.
One, North 40, Y80.
North 45.
Like that. Steal someone's
I've asked her to leave several times, gave her an hour.
recycle bin.
She's
It's not here.
conversation, refuses to stop. She littered all over our property and will not head up to what?
What?
Copy. Andyville Boulevard for North 40 at 180 with the lawyer.
Agreed, Justin. It's even a mobile one too.
Copy that, North 44.
We should have been angled this way while we were sitting here.
Copy, copy.
Boulevard. Does this loop? 4255. Double access.
Who's that? Middle
It's so
view.
wrong meta view right now.
Okay.
It's right there.
Aha. So it looks like he acquired someone's recycle bin and is going through the recycle, seeing what he can recycle. And that'll probably all be left there in the morning. All right, for those of you just joining us, we are in Sacramento, California, and I'll drop in a couple of links here for you. Should have done that earlier on. Let's see here. We need 300, no, less than 300, about 230 more subscribers on our YouTube channel so we can move this over to YouTube instead of Facebook. It'll be much better for everybody.
Have a good night there, Control. Thanks for all you do.
So if you haven't liked or subscribed to our YouTube page yet, please do so.
Absolutely. You guys be safe out there, and we'll try to catch you later.
Copy that. Control is Code Zebra.
And if you'd like to help underwrite us, there is a good spot for that. McDonald's is busy. Found curb.
Check.
Curb check. Yep, curb's there. So I guess we'll go hang at Lavender Heights area. That was our busiest. What was that? Like I said, what was that? Upscale thrift shop. All right.
The other night, what was it, Friday night? When we cut off a little early, about 1:30, 2 o'clock?
Something like that, yeah.
There was an accident up here, and I still can't figure out what happened.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh.
See, I told you I feel like Colin Mocker right now. I don't know. But they came, I can't figure out if they were heading northbound or if they were heading eastbound. But it looked like they hit the pole because the front end was all caved in. But then it also looked like a TC, but I couldn't see any other vehicles. But it was right here in this intersection right here.
Oh, this one right here that we just drove through?
It's just right there.
Oh, glad he's still not there.
All right. Ooh, we got a big bus down this end of town tonight.
Yeah. Prevost. Dan Moore, how's it going there, buddy? You got work in the morning. Shouldn't you be in bed? The first security we're behind. Yep. Or Bud Garrett. The L Street spot.
We'll get our singer tonight.
Okay.
Nobody down.
Wow. 32, guys, that's please.
Actually kind of, whoa.
For Adam Ocean George 514.
How many wrong way drivers we can count tonight? Actually, let's go over there.
32, clear current. 98 FOMO has a release out of rescue kill.
It's like majorly mellow over here. At least on this side.
That's one.
Yeah, we got Wild Till Bar kick out yet. Bar and nightclub. So we're in Lavender Heights right now. We're on 20th Street between K and L.
Copy. TAC 3.
Which area, Bruce? Back where we were over on Broadway and 21st near Pancake Circus. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually gotten better. They've been doing some
Revitalization.
yeah, revitalization. I wouldn't really call it gentrification over there.
They have a bunch of new construction on Broadway right now.
Kevin Johnson just opened a new restaurant right next to Old Soul, 35th and Broadway, called Fixin's, and it's a hit. I haven't got to eat there yet. Yeah, Cali Field, have a good one.
And 270 Delta 2 operations on base.
Hey, Gary. Good stuff.
We went to Jamie's the other night on 5th and Broadway. And boy, was that a good meal there. The smoked prime rib was wonderful.
Measure 11.
Now they got to pay us for that viewer support. I mean, for that sponsorship.
I know, right?
Middle of line, we've got a couple on ramp.
Avnik, how are you? Welcome.
Actually, I already left. Nothing good. Ran out. I'm just gonna head over to the golf for
Encore. Had no idea they were performing for 120 some viewers. Get a little alcohol in them and look out.
You know what sounds good right now?
What sounds good right now?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually got something planned when we get some good funding and we expand, that will blow Live PD and Rescue Live out of the water. So folks just don't realize the potential we've got with our team once we just get some funding. And once we get some funding, it's going to be absolutely incredible. The thing about Rescue Live and Live PD, that's just all 100% entertainment. And we're an actual news team. And we get on scene early and we get the information, the details, and for news purposes, not for entertainment per se. Exactly, Stephen. Yeah. Well, everybody's inside all the bars and nightclubs right now, so it is kind of quiet.
Yeah, the mayhem and chaos doesn't start till about 1:40.
Yeah. I think it's more about 1:45-ish. Yeah.
I think it's 1:44:30. I think is what it is.
Is that it?
It has been extraordinarily quiet tonight.
So again, this is Lavender Heights. Actually, Lowbrow over here on the left is quite quiet.
The bacon wrapped hot dogs sound good tonight.
Oh, bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Smell good too.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, 152. Thanks, Stephen, for the correction. I like the way you think. I'm gonna hold you to that. We expect chaos at 1:52 a.m. this morning.
Right.
Stephen Carter says that's when it's gonna kick off.
Hugo from Bakersfield, welcome, thank you. Glad you're joining us. You need to hook up with Califield Live there. He's in your neck of woods. Don't know if you two bump into each other. He's from the Bakersfield.
This is a night where it's either gonna go crazy.
155, David 146. Clear, expired 6/28/19, on in 2018.
Well, we like all the spin-offs, so don't get us wrong. We like the Live PD, but it's we actually get to follow them guys around, and we kind of always snicker because we show up ahead of them. So.
Alright. There's Califield. There you go. Now we will say this. We do have some issue with a bit of it. And you'll need to understand our perspective because we're on scene. You guys don't see this end of it, but we have a very strong issue with their ethics, and we really don't like we were on a vehicle accident, motorcycle accident the other night, and they got the camera right up in the victim's face, and way too close.
Sydney, Australia.
Ah, from the land down under. Thank you, Laura, for joining us.
Welcome, Sarge.
All right. Dynamite, Bakersfield PD, you guys being safe down there? That is a good question. I don't keep up on the on it. 30 round mags, are they legal?
They were illegal for about 2 days. And then they outlawed them again.
Wow. Dayton, Ohio, welcome.
Yeah, there's something there to be said about, you know, this person's having the worst day of their life and all of a sudden they got a camera stuck up their nose, and then the next thing they do is they jump in the back of the ambulance and get a signature from them to allow them to be shown on TV when they're having a bad day, where we tend to stay quite a ways back. We all shoot with very long lenses, and so we're out of the way of the first responders. We don't get up in their business. We try to be respectful and not show the more detailed parts of an accident or a scene that could be offensive or you know, could be something that you know, if that person was to not make it, we don't want to be the ones that are showing the very first, you know, that scene live. So we try to be very respectful of both the victim and of the scene, but still get you guys all the information that you need.
Right. There's a way of doing it with respect and decorum, and I think that's why our officers here, they give us a lot of latitude because they know how we operate.
2001 Nissan, an 8-penny Masterclass Lawrenceburg.
Oh, got you, Califield. Just scrolling back through some of the comments, making sure we didn't miss anything.
Michigan.
Yeah, Mark Rutherford. What part of Michigan are you there from, Mark? And Vivian from Oregon. What part of Oregon are you from?
Stockton.
Yeah, what part of Stockton?
What part of Stockton?
The part with the bullets flying, or the part?
What's a 1020? CHP.
location.
Or through a Spanish interpreter or complainant saying that he's either going to cut his wrist or get in a car and drive into a wall and attempt to
You got it, Sarge. Thanks for that. Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate that. Paul, we're in downtown Sacramento and southern Vermont. Oh, Flint, Michigan. All right. My son lives in Grand Rapids. Texas, welcome.
Question on Flint, Michigan: has the water issue been solved there?
Ooh, water problems, huh?
Yeah, they had some of the same water issues that what was that TV show that was on Aaron Brockovich? Where the plant was discharging stuff into the water and tainted the water.
Oh, wow.
And so they were having a bunch of issues.
So Vivian's from Kaiser, Oregon. Good stuff. Oh, we've quit being so we got parking patrol with, no, just kidding. Yeah, that's a construction zone during the day, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you very much. Vacaville. Welcome, Vacaville. Yeah, exactly. Caught that, Matthew. Our YouTube site, it's dropped a link in there earlier. We'll drop another link in. Hold on a second. There's the YouTube channel. Vivian, 5150 is the penal code for a hold. 5150 hold, you've probably heard the term before, and that's in reference to an individual who may be a danger to themselves or others.
And let's back up about 50 feet.
Yeah, we're stable. Can we get one more unit?
Got you there, Mark. Thank you. We're thinking about you guys. I know the police force there is, they have a TV show out as well, and about how undermanned they are. So thanks for the update there on Flint, Michigan, for sure. Thank you.
All right, almost there. Keep on going a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, stop. Question, do you guys send your TFOs for training on that camera, or how does it work? Is it on the job? It's on the job. Yeah, I heard there's training for it. Just know if you know anything about that. Yeah, I don't think we have any specific info on the training that's out there for it. We've just had these cameras for so long, so everything's in-house now.
964 West Capitol Avenue, Washington. Email came on the line saying she needed 911. She disconnected while trying to find the address, but thought it was in 14.
Gotcha, Vivian. And then Michelle. No, we don't per se do ride-alongs anymore. Due to liability. We are again working on a ride-along for some supporters. A program that we're working on that'll be coming out in the near future, and we do ride-alongs for our new orientating team members, and that's really about it now. Actually, we're working on waivers. You gotta remember, we're kind of we just got our nonprofit, and we're working on all the bits and pieces for our nonprofit, and we just got pretty much really established as our own independent news agency. were formerly new stringers. So if you've watched the series Shot in the Dark, you got a good idea. 20th K. Got welfare check at 20th and K.
Yeah, we're
Not sure what the issue is there, but we'll jet down. Bring a clatter in the tire. Yeah, hopefully.
Feeling you all are going to see some blinky blinkies here in a minute.
Yep. Looks like CHP has a stop over here on the right.
Copy. Right, control units, stand by for welfare check. 126.
Okay, I'll wait for him to give them the code 4 as they go by. But
149.
Time element. Claim that Richard Station, the Uber driver, advised that he was off L, Lincoln or J John earlier. Sorry, he is in an Uber, went to an apartment, from L he met with 242 and accomplice was able to get out and ran the gun.
okay, so somebody was in an Uber, went somewhere and got beat up, and I'm missing the rest of it. It sounds like he's back in the Uber, it sounds like. Don't know the location. This is the backside of Lavender Heights off of J Street. And we'll hang out here a lot of times as well.
Command terminated the new 29 in charge.
Over here across the street is a place you can really get lit. No, really, you can get really lit. See? Look at all those lamps. You can get really lit up in that place. It's called Lumens. Kind of a cool name. And go back in here and hang out on stage for a little bit. Conserve some viewer-funded fuel.
Guard 41, number 44. Charlotte, West Tucker, East John, X-ray Zebra, 774 on 100.
Well, Austin, that's a really good question. Don't have the answer for that.
Carry out of Brentwood with a suspension effective 7/6/19.
41, 44.
That would be a legal question. And since we're just tactical photojournalists, we don't have the training to answer that. What is that? Legal Zoom? What's that? Wow. Alrighty then.
2297, standby.
Hey Pedro, I get like some other folks. Read the header. Check what you've clicked into. Public Safety News. We are an independent news agency. Jonathan, same for you. We are a news agency. Vivian, lived here back in the 80s. All right. And Truman, once again, we are tactical photojournalists.
Run one left of Crowley.
On life. Vivian, most people, they'll refer to that as getting high on drugs or something. Lit. Hey, Bulk, go to our page and click in and our about. We're tactical photojournalists, independent news agency.
The plate was a bit muffled. Can I go, please?
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
No person 2009 Danvers Way. No person 2009 Danvers Way. Same 4 engine 1656.
Gotcha, Vivian. Yeah, independently funded, Matthew. We're a nonprofit organization.
Sam wanted a copy of the call. 2 males are breaking into the
And
vehicle.
we'll throw in our nonprofit info here.
Trying to get into a black Dodge Dakota. Nearest apartment to them currently is apartment 167. 921 in progress, 2601 River Plaza Drive.
Okay, 4 Medic 57 responded to Medic 56 closer unit. For the person 2009 Danvers Way. Person 2009.
So that's where you can find everything about our nonprofit. And
Going up driveway, tunnel and door handles, subject is male, white 40, 5'10", thin build, white foot shirt, pants, carrying a backpack, left on foot, northbound 20th Street, information only, Deputy South 133. Sleeves underneath.
And that's our news site where everything comes together.
Any chance here is available?
Sam 1, we'll check.
There, 23 copies and headed that way.
It was coming overhead.
Here 23, check.
Huh.
But someone breaking in the vehicles.
Game, the air 23.
What
Is
fishing?
there
Fishing games, the other aircraft.
right there?
Hey, just info. I know you guys are looking for stuff on the river. I've got eyes on a dude fishing right now. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but I have it if you're interested. Sorry, I just NorCal broke through. Say again? I don't know exactly what you're looking for. The guy fishing on the river in Rancho. I can point him out to you. Maybe he's doing something illegal. Yeah. Or you got that long. Yeah, either way.
Capital City and
Where is he at right now? Okay, in Rancho Cordova, if you go where Chase Drive terminates, due north of Chase Drive, he's fishing on the south bank of the river.
The fishing game air
Do you know what the Chase Drive
is up.
Copy, we'll check it out. Appreciate it. Yeah, just draw a straight line where Chase Drive ends, and you'll see him out there fishing. South bank, just east of that little island as a reference. Copy, appreciate it, though. Jack, thanks. Alright. Hey, just out of curiosity, if you get anything out of it, let me know. It'll be the first. No, yeah, it'd be good. It's been productive the last month, so we will. Then I'll get you guys contact info soon. Copy that.
That's good to know. They will be contacting Fish and Game for an update on their program there. They're doing a aerial operations, catching folks who are fishing at night that aren't supposed to be fishing.
Control, here. 23 Control, the numbers on River Plaza, please.
It's 2601 River Plaza Drive, 2601, and they are closest to apartment 167.
So right now we're in the Lavender Heights area of Sacramento, and 20th and K, about the most active area of downtown tonight.
Design 13, engine 31, medic 32, clear map 94, Delta 4.
While we're waiting for anything else to happen. What is that? That's cool. Oh, yeah. I like that.
Reminds me of the movie Iron Eagle. Remember Iron Eagle?
Yeah.
Where he had the tape player on his...
Oh, yeah. All right, Christopher, you just got yourself banned. That's inappropriate, and we don't tolerate that on our page. So thanks for playing with us. Have a good one. Not a problem, Matthew. Yeah, I got you, Pedro. Yeah, it can get a little hairy sometimes.
What kind of car?
Yeah, someone who's not supposed to be.
Like the subjects were headed towards the canal, or at least that's what the caller thought. 2020 Chevy rental vehicle. Person 1714 Relvis Court. Go to Fresno person 1714 Relvis Court. Design 15, engine 39, medic 37, fire map 78, Charlie 2, operations altitude.
Howdy, Kansas City. Welcome.
Kansas City. I had that song stuck in my head the other night. It was horrible. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah. Matthew, whatever any other regular citizen can carry, that's what we can carry.
9081 Wisteria Way. Difficulty breathing. 81 Wisteria Way.
We don't have anything special, just other than the only allowances. We have a special plate on the vehicle for press photographers issued by the Highway Patrol and a DMV, so they know who we are. So when we come rolling up on scene, they can easily recognize us. But other than that, yeah, the only thing we carry really that shoots is our cameras.
Outside throwing things around and was banging on the walls with a broom and hitting the RP window. RP has lost visual of this female. 2455 West Capitol, Courtyard Apartment 177.
Come down Orchard and go check Orchard Park to the west, on the other side of the levee. Taking the bike trail.
Medic 21. Confirming Danvers.
Looks like Califield accidentally got blocked.
Medic 21, copy. Medic
I
16.
don't know how Califield got blocked.
Still on Camden way now.
So Califield, if you're watching, looks like you got blocked somehow. I don't know how. Someone might have flagged you because he didn't like what you were saying about him when he was the one that was in the wrong. But don't know how to unblock you there. Oh, there you go. Yes, as a matter of fact, that fire is on our webpage or back in our Facebook. So yes, we were in the area.
Yes, I covered that one.
Yep, Ace here was on that.
That was a bad fire.
Hi, Lisa from Bakersfield. That's in Rancho Cordova. That was some traffic we were picking up on the radio.
Califield, when we see your comments there for a second, they look like you've been blocked, but you're back up and running now. So glad you're back.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Original person, 3000 Juliet Street, parking lot, original mail.
Original mail, parking lot, 3000J Juliet Street, Battalion 1, Engine 4, Medic 4, fire map 170 Delta 1, operations on B3.
Oh really? But you got some good video of it. I got there right as they're getting everything done.
Okay, officer, keep going east. I'm going to follow the other guy.
Adam, Nora, David, Yellow, Adam, Robert.
2.32.
Valid. With fires and North Case.
Mission Port and East Stockton. We out on 8 George
5-5 copy. What is fire?
90398. Wife, minivan.
Pedro, that would take a lot of funding there, my brother.
Yeah, if you're funding, we're rolling. Actually, we're working on. Y'all might have a PSN affiliate in your area soon, so not laying any cats out of the bag, but potentially be looking for PSN to be in your area in the not too distant future.
Copy, alright. Jeanette Lawley, Sacramento.
Copy.
70 for the cover.
Just be careful. It's got it right in front of you. Corner.
What was that?
Sorry,
Adam 5-5, I caught that.
car getting broke into. That one out District 1.
Fourth side of the house. Well, you're in a good position for cover. I just don't know what it is. It's hot. It's right on the fourth side by the fence. Could be our guy.
7-1 Sacramento radio check.
For right now, Vivian,
So now that's where our beeper's at.
Again, you know, like last night, it was chilling like this, and then all of a sudden everything went wacko.
Sacramento Avenue with a RP making 5150 statement.
Kelly got you a direct message there.
Hey guys, is that you see something by the fence, but see the front fender of that car? Can you see that from where you are? Looks like they're right at the fence line.
Where's that at?
3 miles. It's over by the Virgin Surgeon.
Oh, down Garden Highway?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Call 16, no response to the announcements. Is there K9 en route?
Oh, we'll go check out some other areas.
We're heading that way.
Huh?
We're heading that way.
No. Oh, Jazz Alley. What's up?
Well, no.
Sam 1, let's make sure we have a good perimeter around us set up.
Yeah, no.
Side of the fence.
Too far out.
Behind a bush or something?
3 miles.
Yeah, boarding is good for everybody else. That's very true. Busiest time, Mandy. Friday, Saturday nights, bar and nightclub kick-out time is probably our busiest. And then other nights we think are going to be quiet wind up being absolutely bonkers. So, and you know, when we think we got it all figured out, it just goes wacko. Yeah, I bet there, Pedro. Tyler.
437 car stop.
Yeah, tonight?
Yeah.
Sam 1, do you guys have enough units to have
10,
a perimeter
100.
13th and Ida 6, Frank North, 900, over there.
Seems like it's kind of everything going on right now.
921 in West Sac.
If you see him start
921, what's the 921?
You guys monitoring the
921,
921? I know it's a West Sac, but
on the north
seems
side.
like it's kind of everything going on right now.
It's a 921, sorry.
Daniel, we're driving a 2010 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. P71. Yeah, man, it really is. And even like nights like Halloween or 4th of July. 4th of July was actually super duper mellow. So, you know, times you think it'd be just absolutely bonkers, it's not.
I've got a beeper up in channel 1. It's a 921.
Remember? I've got anything coming up on West Side. There you go.
He's 31 shot probation and he's valid. He does have a mark.
I thought it was a 215 carjacking. There were 2 subjects on River Plaza Drive walking around. They were trying to break into a
Hey, Danny from Inglewood, thanks for joining us.
They said was
Ace is gonna hang here with you. I'm gonna run in and
they started running.
be right back.
But then they just said 921 later. So on the orientation manual that I'm looking at, it says car cloud, which I'm not sure what that actually means.
Peter, just about every day. We don't necessarily have a specific schedule.
Yeah, copy that. We'll,
So we do what we can when we can.
Wait here in a minute.
13 for Mike Sam 1, do you need a unit to 940?
No, I'm walking back to my car now.
Door 30 and 23 on home, that's the 5150 at 6, goes back out.
Where are you going? 22.
Yes, Paul, we're hanging out at Safeway for a few minutes. This is the one sure way we can make sure that something goes off is when we stop for a quick break.
Check.
No, Vivian, you're not alone.
Alright. Subjects in custody. Code 4 in Nipper.
Yeah, copy that, TJ4.
The backpack that the guy dropped should be in the driveway of the house just to the south there. One house to the south.
16, we got it. Thank you.
Cool. Man, we will clear.
Air 23, check.
Air 23 from 16, do you think we might be able to get that video?
Absolutely. Tomorrow night. I'll give it to you guys.
Copy, thanks.
Hey, Jeff there in Louisiana. Thanks for joining us. Tamara, we're in this Safeway quite often.
45-2. Good. We're gonna stop that vehicle. We're southbound 99 approaching Calvine. It's Wisconsin. Adam Charles Lincoln 9522. Okay.
610 will be just a moment. She was just waiting to let me make sure the yard is showing all this.
0116 to control. He's losing radio signal. ETA 5 minutes to take center.
So the chirping you guys are hearing, that's our way that we talk with all the other people who are out right now. Oh, now we got a vegetation fire.
Attention, Jim 41, grass fire, 5th and Tower Bridge Gateway.
See how this goes. It's off of Tower Bridge in West Sacramento. We've been over there quite a bit. I think I've covered at least 4 fires over there of some sort in the last couple months.
Heart rate is 114. He says it is helping. Denies any recent illness.
Giant 5 inches 24, medic 24, difficulty breathing. State Avenue at Madison Avenue at the Arco. Difficulty breathing, the Arco gas station, Madison Avenue at Date. Battalion 5, engine 24, medic 24.
Vivian, this
operations altitude.
this one is pretty well open all the time. We're in and out of here all night long for different reasons, either for drinks or restroom or something.
Big Sean West Cap.
Welcome back, Garen.
2020, can you ask RP if they see me? And if the female on West Captain Grant is the one.
You need to check in for the arsonist now.
Copy.
2012, yeah, West Captain Tower Bridge and Grant. Correct.
Right, copy.
24, I'm 123.
Alpha 24, check.
No, Garen, it's off of 19th.
I'm on scene. Looks like a cement truck driver put it out.
Jeff, thank you, and sleep well, and thanks for supporting us.
Frank 10610610088833.
David 980318.
I agree, Eric. It's kind of like a lot of things. It's a period of a lot of boredom, and then all of a sudden it gets really exciting, even when you're not quite ready for it. So I'm glad you're here with us, and we'll get rolling here again in a few minutes. Yeah, it's pretty quiet tonight, Garen, that's for sure. So the vegetation fire that you may have just heard come out just a second ago, it looks like a passerby, a cement truck driver, put the fire out before fire could get there. Yeah, Garen, same thing here. We're showing no traffic accidents right now in CHP at all.
He does show 5 counts of informal probation through 2022. He's flagged as a gang member in KPF. He's showing suspender revoked IID required and service needed on a few suspensions. It's also surrendered by subject. William Nora 975 comes back clear and current on a 2013 Nissan out of Salinas. Driver's a male, last of Marquez, Mary Adams, Robert Queen, Union, Edward Zebra, first of Renee, dig is 102397, break. Cover good. Female last of Johnson, first of Tom Adams, Sam Henry Adam, Nora Adam, DOB 102396. She's out of Wisconsin and he's saying he's unlicensed. Kevin, can you go to the spell and her name?
Yes, sir. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13 assists with, 12 assists with construction and 1 traffic hazard.
High-speed chase the other night. Which one?
Just missed a vegetation fire on west side.
Oh, man. I was busy chasing transients up.
Yeah.
One male to main starting 135.
One off Marysville Boulevard. Oh, the foot pursuit last night? Actually off of Norwood. With the officer involved in a fight and had to wind up shooting the guy's dog. Do we carry press passes? Be like that? Yep. Yeah, there's pursuits all the time. Marysville Boulevard. I seem to remember something about that.
No, I've been out of pocket.
Yeah, you've been out of pocket. Michael, where are they towing?
Yeah, appreciate it. That was good idea.
Males clear, no record. The female is clear out of response to her deal shows regular, which I believe is valid.
And Vivian, not quite sure what you're referring to, kind of like us helping out, or think it's good people get involved. Just being good fellow citizens, you know, but also being cautious. Yes, Vivian, the dog passed, deceased on the spot, and the dog was attacking the officer. And that's on our website and here on Facebook. Right, that makes sense, Lisa.
Appreciate it. Awesome, thanks. 203 here for fishing game link. You're welcome.
Okay.
33, 37 copy.
So you talked about the one early or yesterday morning? Oh wow, where was that one, Michael?
Sorry, wrong
tanker.
frequency.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, just got done cleaning up a tanker that came off because they did not lock it down. Been on it since 5. Ouch.
Well, if that's our road closure. Oh, at Enterprise.
I checked everywhere.
Oh yeah, that might be it. Hey, Chris, is that at Enterprise and how?
Michael.
Or Michael? We saw there was a road closure at Enterprise and how, but we didn't see why. And Lisa, people are allowed to sleep just about anywhere anymore. Don't get me started. Due to some of our most recent politicians, certain things are being decriminalized, so to speak, and you can just about sleep or camp anywhere now.
Officer 5, go ahead.
Can we make up a call for CSI on
Oh, got you, Michael.
River Plaza and Gateway Oak cover? We have some items that had been taken from one of the vehicles. I have fresh blood on.
Is that on that? All the way out there.
10-11, we can cancel that alarm. I think that's the 17th one this month.
Copy, Sam, over, copy.
Garen, was that the one I-5 a few weeks ago? Is that the tanker off of Richards? We were on that one. We had the best shot from one of the balconies at the Motel 6. And myself and Channel 3 were there shooting. It was the only angle. And the general manager came. The general manager came and chased us off. You're not allowed to videotape here on property. Okay, that's the letter of the law. The spirit of the law is they don't want, if there's a problem there at Motel 6, they don't want Motel 6 videotaped by press. But the tanker was literally on the other side of their fence, between their fence and the freeway, and that was the only shot. And so I said to the general manager, I said, we can do this one of two ways. Either we can tell folks how wonderful Motel 6 was, and the general manager allowed us to, was so kind and allowed us to bring this to you from their balcony, or we can say, well, we'd like to bring this to you. It's a community impact, and 7,500 gallons of fuel is leaking into the drain system and right into the river. And they won't, Motel 6 general manager won't allow us to bring it to you. So he decided to go with the latter and said, that's company policy. I'm like, okay, but you're the general manager and you can say, you know what, go ahead and stay here. So Motel 6 on Richards, that was the general manager. Don't mind saying that. Yeah, Michael, yeah, we get those. Yeah, Garen, that was whew. That was a mess in 3/4. That was another one of those all day thing for you guys. Yeah, right, Vivian? That's okay. I just went in here to use the restroom in here, and there's a transient that has one stall taken up with his bike, and then another one that was asleep on the toilet, snoring in the stall. So, yeah, it's bad. Who knows, Michael? We shall see. But probably not. Actually, I haven't had one in a couple of months, actually. Yeah, sideshows.
Actually, I was north of Thomas the other night, and they had a sideshow.
I actually had some awesome drone footage of when they took over 50 freeway, Highway 50, about Stockton Boulevard. And they had some pretty cool drone footage of it.
Lisa, you'll be surprised. We're the only ones that cover a lot of things.
Yep. Yeah, like, you know, early this morning. We'll kind of give you a case in point, like how we say there's no market here for stringers. We were the only ones, well, 13 showed up after the fact, but we were the only ones on that thing early yesterday morning with the officer in the fight and the dog shot and all that off of 80 and Norwood. And none of the news stations picked it up from us. SAC-B contacted us and picked up our footage, but that was it. None of the mainstream, they didn't care. Officer involved in a major fight and the guy wound up being tased, and the officer had to shoot his dog because the dog was attacking him, and none of the news stations picked it up. What do we use for protection? Common sense. Garen, you got it. Exactly. Yeah, we do. We stage a lot to conserve fuel. But we also like to be out and moving as well. So. What blue lights? We don't have blue lights. Tiffany, what is this? Go hit the about. Take a look at the title, what you clicked into. Go to psnews.us and look at the about page, or com1group.org. Yeah, you know what, Lisa, that was, I'm not sure if the impact was actually that significant or how much fuel actually wound up getting to the river. Because they called for the boons, and that's like that system that they can put around to capture a lot of it, and they never wound up deploying it from what I could tell. Again, I don't know if, and then I saw some officials checking other drains that were more to the east of the river. So I'm wondering if the flow wasn't going the direction they thought it was. So there actually may not have been the impact on the river. So that was the initial report. So. Right, Garen. Exactly. Yeah, because we follow all the police and fire. We're monitoring all the channels, both city and county wide, and we centralize in downtown and work out from there depending upon the priority level. Nothing was even going on at Mix.
Quiet.
Yeah. Say it a few more times.
Quiet. Need something big.
Yep. Let's see, who are some of our supporters on Lisa? Thank you. And like someone else mentioned, I think Garen or somebody mentioned, they like and share our stuff a lot, and that's a form of support too, and it absolutely is. Garen's a supporter as well. Thank you, Garen. I see top fans on here.
Lisa's a supporter.
Yep, Lisa and Garen are our only supporters they're on right now. here for a few minutes. It's like one of the busy intersections as people head out of downtown.
Train 1, engine 15, medic 15, difficulty breathing. 2201 Northview Drive, Unit 112 at River Garden Estate. Difficulty breathing, River Garden Estate, 2201 Northview Drive, Unit 112. Train 1, engine 15, medic 15, Fairmax 129 Bravo for operations on B6.
Medical aid, alright. Okay, I'm gonna really mess up your name. I'm gonna give it a shot. Seichio? Seichao? Kai?
Kai.
Thank you for joining us. Appreciate that. Good stuff. Thanks, Vivian. Yeah, you can usually catch us between 11:30 11:30 p.m. and 2:30 in the morning is when we're normally live. We'll occasionally go live during the day.
There's Joshua.
Thanks, Joshua. Thanks for holding it down, District 2. Appreciate that. Yeah, if everyone on right now, can we ask you all to do a really simple thing that would help us out huge? If you tap your screen, I believe we're broadcasting, so it's not working for us. But if you tap your screen, you'll get the share. You can see some tools. And would you just share our broadcast out on your Facebook page? And if you got some friends, especially in the Sacramento area, we're working on spreading out. But if you would use the portion where it says invite your friends, click the invite and click on a bunch of your friends. And man, if each of you just do that right now, that would really help us out tremendously. And we would greatly appreciate that. Garen, thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Hey, Jeffrey, how are you tonight?
Jeffrey Perez, howdy. We're just kind of chilling right now. You know what? It's kind of nice.
Thank you, Vivian. Got to see my friends over at Firehouse 17 today. That was kind of fun. 18 awesome. I got to see.
Oh, look how you guys sharing. Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate that. Awesome. Thanks, Lisa. Dynamite Pedro, you're awesome. Thank you.
Lindsay and Taylor, 4 Paul, Zebra Paul, 587 on the shift.
Well, Jonelle, guess what? We're not cops. You are with a news team, independent news team that is unbiased, your true unbiased news, authentic, and we are just a window to the scene, just like right now. So sorry you don't have good luck with the cops, but we're not cops. We're tactical photojournalists. If you read what you clicked into, public safety news, and we're an independent news team. Right, Garen? We've actually been hitting them right around 100 lately. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know where everybody gets we're cops, because read the title, Public Safety News. So, we're independent news agency. Click into our about, and it's funny when people see a black hood or even a car. Yeah, it's the hood of the car. You know, it's just a car. It's a black Ford Crown Victoria.
But it has blinky lights on it.
Oh yeah. Hiring, I wish. I'd like to get hired. We're 100% volunteer, and we're working on creating some jobs, but we need more viewer support and some grant funding. We just recently got our nonprofit, established, so we're working on expanding that. So there's more about our nonprofit at com1group.org. And also for you folks just joining us, if y'all would also do us a favor and go over and subscribe to our YouTube page. We really want to move this over to our YouTube channel, but we have to have 1,000 viewers to do that, and we're just a little over 250 shy of our 1,000 viewers, because we've always focused on Facebook, and now that we want to do this over on YouTube, we can't, because we haven't been focused on our YouTube channel that much, and so we're starting to beef that up. So, but we need some help getting that done. And then also, if you'd like to support our efforts, there's a link for you as well. So, Steve, no sir, no need to. Thanks, Garen, appreciate that. Yeah, we're carrying cameras, and we shoot with cameras.
729 subscribers right now.
729 on our YouTube. Yeah, so we need to. We need what, 271 more on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. So now we need 270, not 271.
I think it might be 269, maybe.
Ah.
Ooh. There we went to 731.
Ooh.
731.
Nice. We're getting there. $269. We only need 269 more. Yeah, we have over 26,000 likes on our Facebook page and almost 29,000 followers. Yeah, so if we can just get, just literally a handful of those folks to go over and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which I wouldn't think would be too tough to get that number. I'm baffled. But anyway, I've been baffled before.
You're baffled a lot.
Well, you're baffling, so.
Well, I'm baffled with something else.
Uh-oh. Exactly. Awesome. Thanks, Garen.
Either that or I'm dazzling. I don't know. I'm either baffled with something or dazzling with
something. Carlos subscribed. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
$734.
Oh, okay. Y'all are officially amazing. Let's go get our view over the city. Oh, orange.
735.
Look at you guys. We didn't go 2 channels yet, did we?
We've been 1 channel for an hour and a half.
Oh, no, that was Sheriff.
Oh, no, I haven't heard him go 2 channels.
should have though. Oh, there we goes another one. Thank you.
Yeah, we just had potential transient fire in West Sacramento here just a little bit ago, about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
There was a small fire that was put out by a cement truck driver before fire could get there.
Nice.
Always good to see good Samaritans out there.
See, I think Vivian was just asking about that. You know, people getting involved. And
Alright, so if we go to this side of town, that means something else will happen on that side of town. So.
right. That's the method to the madness. Or it's just madness.
So speaking of transient fires, when we turn down this street here, about
right here on the side of this wall.
Over there.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
But right here on the side of this wall, there was a major transient fire right here, and this was a 3-alarm fire.
Oh.
Yeah. And then right down over here. Where's that?
It's on the other side of the door. You can see the new. Oh, we're
Conservation, California Conservation Corps, this is here. There's an open door on the side of the building, but it's not going to go into the building. 1970-570 Burkett Drive.
What was it? 1725?
Yeah, open door. California. So right there where that new piece of siding is, that was another transient fire that got into the building.
That fire there kind of spurred all the businesses here on this street to contact and get a hold of Sacramento police, and they've cleaned up the street since.
Always when we're in a hurry, catch the light.
So we're spin around. It's your fault.
Yeah, I know. So we're en route to a possible burglary at California Conservation Corps on Burkett. Donuts. Who mentioned Steve? Donuts. Yeah, that's around 3 o'clock, Steve. 3 o'clock. That's when the donuts are hot. Oh, and they were hot last night too. Ooh.
Hello, Paula. That's a supporter +1.
Oh, support. Hey, ding, 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 ding. Paula, supporter +1. That means she's also a top fan. Thank you, Paula. Appreciate that.
737 subscribers.
All right, you guys have been doing us proud. Appreciate it with those subscriptions on the YouTube channel.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
They do, but we go to Marie's Donuts for a little shout out there. About 3 a.m. The donuts are nice and warm, fresh, and ooh, so good.
Yep. That's a good one, Garen.
What was that?
Why would you burgle there?
It's GSW.
Oh, what?
Up.
Oh, that was up north. Shoot. It won't give a location. It's a medic report. There goes the Kaiser North.
Oh, I think that intersection right there.
Shake you around a little too much?
Yeah.
Shake it up, baby.
My truck
Shake
and
it
about
up,
knocks your teeth out.
baby. Twist and shout. Oh.
Twist and shout.
We were going to get an office. We can go this way. We were going to get an office right down here. I think it's under different ownership now.
I agree, Garen. Especially when they're hot at 3 a.m.
Yep. This was going to be our office a while back. Right there. That was going to be our office. It's a great spot for us. But it didn't work out.
You know, it's funny, when we show up at that place the other night, Maverick left me a little early and had to go get my honey a
From your call for a 5150 at 5715 Plaza Avenue, apartment 65, stand to copy. Complaint friend called from the 9255 ago that his girlfriend was threatening to hurt herself, and she has done this in the past. He was leaving and said that the female had already cut herself with something unknown what. The friend is stated the girlfriend is pretty female, white, mid-30s. Unknown what she used to cut herself.
Okay, this is going to be the officer that's assigned to our conservation court call, I'm pretty sure. So we'll kind of follow in behind him or her.
Alex, Sacramento. Hey, Cocoa Beach.
Thanks for tuning in.
So anyway, back to what we were saying about Maurice. I showed up there without Maverick, and he goes, "Where's your buddy?" And he repeated his order to me. Thank you, Gary.
Appreciate that. Oh, he repeated my order?
Yeah. Joint Base Andrews Presidential Security. I used to do some work with Waka when I was stationed in Washington, D.C. So if you're on presidential security, you know what Waka is.
Yeah, Waka, that's
Waka.
Yeah, from Ice Age. Waka, right?
Yeah, most known as White House Con.
715 Plaza Avenue, Unit 65 at Miramar Apartments. Station, Miramar Apartments, 715 Plaza Avenue, Unit 65. Civilian 3, Engine 20, Medic 20, Fire Map 130, Charlie,
We're going to wait for some officers to get in the area before we get close.
I bet you do there, Alex. One of my best friends was the NCOIC of Waka.
There were no females in the house. I realized that
Thank you for your service.
So, I ever tell you when my wife got pulled over by Secret Service?
By Waka?
She was in D.C. for training. And, of course, she did a little touring around, and she got lost. And she went around the White House a few too many times. The next thing she knows, she's getting pulled over by about 9 Secret Service units.
Oh, wow.
And then we had them come knocking on our door here in Sacramento a couple of years ago. She was working a side job for fun at Walmart and in the finance, in the money area. And I guess someone had passed a fake check, and it was a state check, some kind of federal or state check, and she was the one who processed it. So they now we're rolling behind our officers. So next thing I know, there's a knock at our door. And okay. So I open the door, and here's a guy and a gal in the suit, and they flash their Secret Service credentials, and they asked for my wife. So I said, just a minute. And I kind of, pushed the door partway closed. I said, honey, it's the Secret Service. What did you do? Her eyes got real big. But they just wanted to talk to her about the individual that passed the check. So So we got the officers coming around to check the door here at the Conservation Corps. So we'll flip back around so we can have an eyeball on them. Oh, looks like they're just doing a drive-through and checking the doors. And no doors open.
She gave 4 rounds of Narcan due to the fentanyl patches.
Yeah, exactly.
He did not have any fentanyl patches and he was fully alert ambulatory.
That's the questions of CN5.
And there's our K9.
Hello, doggy.
Who pet the doggy?
I copy you're on speed.
There. Okay, here we go.
I just want to make sure you were good with that.
We don't need the beeper. Thank you.
They don't need the beeper. Yeah, I know, right, Garrett? Well, they're just getting there, and so K9 just got there on the front side.
We have with him in Rennes is 1 ticket from 26. No history at the residence, and he's clear tape yet.
Can you run a criminal history on him, please?
It could turn climatic pretty quick. You never know.
Sir, can we get a 20? I copy past Chamberlain.
Alex, yeah. It's tempting sometimes, huh? Or just drive straight through and poof. Yeah.
Now, I remember years ago, and it's been probably 10 years ago or so, there was, you know, it was fall time and it was on the East Coast. And a car went driving through the leaves. And unfortunately, there was some kids that had buried themselves in the leaves and were playing hide and seek. And hit these kids. So now I'll never drive through another leaf pile as long as I'm alive.
Wow, that's a good point.
Or anybody else got
Alpha 24, check additional units en route to the 5150 Violent Plaza Avenue, Code 4.
So the officers around back checking for the open door. And we got the K9 unit. You can see them there on the left between the 2 trees. Just in case someone comes bailing out the front. It's probably an oversight. But, Garen, to answer your question, you gotta remember too, if there's any computers or anything in there that anybody knows about, they'll want to go for the computers.
Andrew, what do you mean by that?
That's a good one too, Garen. Oh, I got it. Andrew, shoot us a direct message from our page, and we'll connect with you offline.
Yeah, K9 4 possible oversight. We're going to be hand clearing it.
Okay, that's what we thought. Looks like an oversight. The door is probably left open.
K9 4 be bridge ready.
We'll fire.
K9 4 taxi doors off.
A little while ago, got released from the care facility and said she was released too early and...
Thanks, Andrew. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. World War II.
Charles 45, 1195.
Wow.
Sam Marion and Auburn.
So if you haven't yet, and several of you already have, and we greatly appreciate it, if you haven't gone over and liked our YouTube channel yet, or subscribed rather, make sure you head over there and subscribe for us. We've gained quite a few subscribers tonight, and we appreciate that. Where are we at now?
737.
We're at 737.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good airplane, wasn't it?
It was. I personally like the 747, but
we're gonna go ahead and clear off of this. Again, just like we thought, it's probably an oversight, and the door just left open. So, as they say, nothing to see here. Keep it moving, please.
Alpha 12 and 17 from Alpha 16. We're gonna bring one over for a show up.
Awesome, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that.
Copy, just let us know which way you're coming in from.
739.
Vivian, thank you. Appreciate that, and happy turkey to you too.
Can we get to 740?
Ooh, 740. Where are we at now?
739.
739. Come on, 740. Who's gonna be 740?
I feel like I'm about ready to turn into an auctioneer. Can I get one? Can I get one? Can I get one? Can I get one? Come on, give me one.
Thanks, Philip.
Sure, sorry, Doug. Go ahead.
It amazes me how many people are up with us this late.
Paula remembers. Oh yeah, they turned in early.
Administered and asleep.
Yeah, I think they administered to each other, knocked each other out. Yep, Garen, on to the next one. What's next? We'll take a flyby the rescue mission area. On our way to rail yards. Passing the Greyhound station. Most folks don't realize this is a temporary location for the Greyhound. It's actually, get my understanding, it's going to be moved over to the Sac Valley station, the Amtrak station.
Thank you, Dowd. Oops, we get to 740.
We at 740?
740.
Oh, 740. All right. Good stuff.
Confirming DOB is going to make 1231.
You got you down. Someone probably shared our feed with you. And so for Dowd and some others that may have just joined us and haven't been with us much, we're tactical photojournalists, and we are how the news gets their news. We're the overnight news coverage. There is no other news coverage on overnight other than us, and that's the way it is in a lot of areas. You have what are called news stringers. And we like to say we're formerly news stringers. We don't serve the news stations anymore. We serve our community, and we are the first line of news. And all the local news stations follow us, and reporters, photogs, news desks, they follow us, and are usually, even on big incidents, they're at least usually about 30 minutes behind us after all the action has already happened and we've already captured it.
It is 48 degrees out.
Wow, it's getting chilly. Hey, green arrow, that means I can go.
It's better than a red one.
Again, here's that cool view I like so much. Pull off up here and stage for a little bit, and we'll be calling it pretty soon if nothing else happens. Had that guy on my tail. No one else out here, and he's on my tail.
Michael, I'm glad we could entertain you tonight. Maverick will start doing some juggling here in a little bit to keep me awake.
Wow, Michael, thanks. Actually, we do have someone on our team that can juggle.
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah, in fact, he doesn't know that we know he knows how to juggle, so when he's on sometime, we're going to make sure we have some tennis balls and toss them at him.
You know, you want to talk about juggling, though. The kind of the cool part about this job that we do is we have an incident that's very fluid. And way to go.
I popped the thing up. Hold on, I'm going to shake you all up a little bit.
So as I was saying, Maverick was very fluid and made sure to pop the camera off.
I was trying to give you all a better view.
So,
popped off.
But when something's going down, a fire, a shooting, an accident,
SWAT,
a dog deployment, you have to think about all the things that we're juggling. We're trying to drive to a scene. We're trying to listen to multiple radios. We're trying to make sure our camera's ready, make sure that we're in a safe position. All these things are very fluid. And also we're communicating much like the police would do to their dispatchers. We have a control that we communicate with. So when we get on scene, we let them know. When we start taking photos, we let them know. If we're taking video, we let them know. All these things are happening very fluid, and so we have to be able to juggle a lot of things at one time. And so it's a good way for kind of priority and task management. You know, because the very first thing for us is safety, being that it's in our name. But you know, we're out here on our own doing our own thing, and so you roll into a situation like this afternoon. I covered a fire, and I was out shooting the fire, and all of a sudden the fire was moving very rapidly, so you had to make sure that you were making some right calls to make sure you're safe and make sure your surroundings are safe. And when something like that happens, all of a sudden that is a priority and everything else shuts down. So but yeah, no, it's definitely a juggling thing. And even here in downtown, like, you know, and at any time multiple things can kick off, and we have to prioritize and juggle and move and do things to make sure we're in the right positions to get the photo shots and the video shots for you guys to see. And so you just seen Maverick as the driver tonight as we were over on that last incident where, you know, it turned out to be nothing, but if you notice how Maverick made sure to position himself where we were in a good position to get the shot, but also in a safe position where we were out of the way, and we made sure that we waited before we went into that situation.
Yep. I won't say the news agency because it could be any of them, We orientate our team members. We have an orientation process, and orientation and ride-along process. So our team members are familiar with safety, scene safety, situational awareness. We were on a situation. Hold on.
Commercial alarm. 26015th Street, California Shellfish. Commercial alarm at California Shellfish. 26015th Street.
There was a
Sign 1, engine 5.
reports of shots fired in a residence, and report of the subject with a rifle, and it was very credible. And they gave the address, and a local news station, who they really don't know how to listen to the radios, said, "Hey, something's going on over here at this address, get over there." And we're staged down the street where we got a long eye. We can see, you know, we're a safe distance, and all of a sudden this news van goes rolling by right in front of the residence where the guy was shooting, and there are officers hidden across the street with rifles, and so they put themselves right in the line of fire and rolled a big news van right in front of the residence. Not smart at all. And you will never, God willing, see any of our team members do anything like that. We're very safe, and we're trying to be very smart and use good logistics and good sense and communicate. None of our team members are allowed to go into a live situation without a live radio scanner. They're not allowed to use the scanner apps because there's a delay. They have to use an actual scanner, so we're hearing live what's going on at the scene for safety. And so we're informed. We know what's going on. We're not guessing. So Alex, are you guys police at all? Or are you guys just reporters, news personnel? No, we're just reporters and news personnel. Sorry to disappoint you. No, we're tactical photojournalists. Again, we're the first line of news. And we're where the news gets their action. Only here in Sacramento, this is a market where they don't buy footage any longer. When the economy crash occurred, they all lost their budgets to pay us. So we became our own news agency, and got our nonprofit. So we're working on getting grant funding, and we're trying to be viewer funded, but we don't have a lot of viewers helping out. So, wah. So yeah, if we had more viewer funding, we would be able to do a lot more, and we need that base viewer funding to really catapult things forward. So, you know, just I know folks here may not be in position. It's that time of year where if you're a business owner or a philanthropist and you're looking for those write-offs, we'd like you to consider us and our nonprofit, and we could sure use that stimulus funding and some capital. So if you know anybody or business who's in that position, if you would throw us in front of them, we would greatly appreciate it. Let's see, Dodd, 740. Oh, we got 741. What we got on our YouTube?
Oh. Hold on, I was going to mention that tonight we have reached. Hold on, back up. 16,336 people so far.
Wow.
Tonight on our broadcast. We've had 446 comments and 38 shares. Thank you, everybody.
38 shares. That's the most shares we've had on a live so far. We appreciate that. That's huge. Thanks, you guys.
And we are at 742 on the Public Safety News YouTube channel right now. So we're growing pretty nicely. Thank you.
Cool. Philip, have you ever had a call on a First Amendment auditor? We really haven't. There's a couple of individuals. They're not First Amendment auditors. They're with another group. And here's the. Wow. I really don't even. I'll just say this. they listen to scanner apps. They don't know what they're listening to, and they get a piece of the information, think they know what's going on, and they inject themselves into the situation and get in the way of police officers.
Up here?
It's just light rail.
No, it's 22 caliber. Sorry, we just had something that come across the scanner. We're trying to back up to listen to it really quick.
I can back this one up.
Can't. Something about carrying a 22 caliber.
Okay. We hear little things that, little buzzwords that catch our ear. So, yeah, those folks can be problematic, unfortunately. And they cause more problems than do good. Awesome, Garen. Yeah, those are good things to do. You get a good perspective. The ride along.
Well, my friend, do you know what time it is?
Is it donut 30?
It is donut 100 hours.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. Michael says I'm the popo. All right, good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we definitely we're unbiased, but we definitely lean towards the blue line. That's for sure. And like we always tell folks, we're about truth and facts. And 99.9% of the time, our law enforcement, that's where they're at. So we appreciate that. Todd, you were 741. Thank you of our subscribers.
My work phone.
Oh, thanks for following us on Instagram. We need to promote that too. We push Instagram as much as we can. We know Instagram's kind of the bigger one amongst millennials, and oh, wait a minute. That's good. I like that. So yeah, we need to push our Instagram more. So thanks for finding it, Andrew. And yeah, folks, you can find us on Instagram as well. Just do a search for Public Safety News. From the UK, Noel, thank you for joining us from the UK.
Is it Noel or Noel?
No, I think it's Noel.
Probably Noel.
Noel?
Guess.
Gotcha, Dowd. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, Garen. Catch you later. Good night. All right. Yep. Well, Ace is right. It's what we call donut 30 around here. And we're going to start wrapping it up. Appreciate everyone joining us. And we'll be heading in. We'll keep you with us a few minutes longer as we drive through downtown and start wrapping things up. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for joining us.
Kevin, you have to tune back in on like a Friday night or Saturday night. You know, like most things, the weekends get a little busier down here. It's kind of interesting about Sacramento is we're a government town by trade. And when all the businessmen and all the men and women leave, and when all the state workers leave, downtown kind of empties out. But about 11 o'clock at night, all of a sudden it gets really busy down here, and the population of downtown doubles again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it looks like rush hour traffic all night on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yep. Mario, we're in California. Napa.
No, state of confusion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Napa, huh?
All right, Napa. I got some friends in Napa.
50 minutes, yeah. Been there many times. We had one of our team members over in your neck of the woods here not too long ago with the Kincaid fire.
Yep. You can see that video on our YouTube page as well. Got some pretty dramatic footage from the first night of the Kincaid fire.
Eduardo, yes we do. We try and do them at least a couple times a week. Bring donuts, I'll open some. You got the vino, we got the donuts.
Donuts.
Eduardo, check us out at, was it Maverick 916? Or 916 Maverick?
916 Maverick. For the YouTube?
Yeah, check us out at 916 Maverick on YouTube. That way you get notifications when we're online.
Well, right now it's just on the Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Well, we're trying to get to 1,000, so it's online there. But what happened with that club there that started? Is it still?
Yeah, it's going. No problems yet. Emphasis on yet. Oh, here you go. Walk in the middle of the road.
So, we've been partners here for, what, 4 months now?
Yeah, Ace has been with us for about 4 months. And we've been around since about 2009 as an organization. Originally SacMav Rapid Media, because we delivered to the news stations. And when we shifted gears, we rebranded to Public Safety News. PSN, and worked on getting our nonprofit, and we just recently acquired our nonprofit. And we'll hang here for a minute and answer a couple more questions and drop some links. Oh, cool, Patty. Yep. And so let's see here.
2 Engine 12, medical alarm, 2315 10th Avenue, Unit 113, Curtis Park Senior Apartment. Medical alarm, Curtis Park Senior Apartment, 2215
And there's
Idaho plate 1 Adam,
that.
John Mary 45 Robert.
And our actual news website page.
743.
She's cut herself again. She's cut her arms neck with a broken plate. That's at 5155 Island Pending, 715 Plaza Avenue, apartment 65.
That's our actual news website. And there was one more link I was going to drop in for y'all. What was it? Did I get the Com1 group? YouTube, donate. Yeah, Com1 group.
5150 on Plaza.
Where is that?
It's up off of,
I am not 5150.
it's off of Del Paso. Del Paso, no. Camino.
And there's our nonprofit page. So there's all of our links for you, our significant links. Wouldn't know, James. We're not officers. We're tactical photojournalists. I will say this. You want to take a look at SAC PD's Facebook page. They just put a thing out about military being able to fast track coming on to the Sacramento Police Department. So take a look at their Sacramento Police Department's Facebook page, and there's some help there for veterans. So they're looking for veterans to join SAC PD, and they have a waiver for, what is it? There's a waiver for part of the process.
James, if I may, as one veteran to another, one, thank you for your service.
Amen.
And two, make sure you attend your TAPS briefing, because that helps you out dramatically, because they kind of open those doors up. And three, make sure you file your claim for your VA status. You can do that as you get closer to your actual end of service date, but make sure you get in there and get that stuff done, because that can have major effects on you down the road for schooling and jobs, especially with state and federal jobs where you get your veterans preference points. So make sure you do that. It's benefited me very well, and like I said, as one veteran to another, thank you for your service, and I wish you the best.
Speaking of thank you for your service, I don't think, can we see it? The memorial? I can't see it from over here. The Veterans Memorial right there.
Yes, Patty, we're tactical photojournalists. We're a little different than your regular photojournalists because we're there when the action's really going down. So we're more tactical, we're more deliberate in what we're doing, and we're there a lot of times right when the police fire and first responders make entry into the different scenes, where the news media shows up after the fact when nothing is really happening. So,
aftermath.
The aftermath. Yeah.
Charcoal footage instead of flame. Ah, nice. Good to know that. All right, y'all, we're winding down. We again appreciate y'all, and tap into all those links. Again, you know, it's always about not us knowing you, but what's on Burkett? See, watch, something's gonna go down right as we're trying to go in here. No. But anyway, again, it's that time of year where folks are looking to where they're going to make their donations, businesses and philanthropists. So if you would consider our nonprofit, we would greatly appreciate it, or put us in front of folks. Just let them know that you think we're an organization worthy of them considering. We would greatly appreciate that. We want to expand nationwide, and we need some help to do that. How's our pay? We're 100% volunteer, Dad.
It is wonderful.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm the founder and CEO. Ace, I'm going to double your pay right now.
Will you?
Yeah, I'm going to double your pay right now on the spot.
So free 90 free works, huh?
Right, exactly. Good stuff, Joe. Thanks for joining us, and we're gonna be signing off. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one, and Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll see you tomorrow sometime. Have a good one.
Be safe.
We're back. Hey y'all, we're back, and just as we shut off, there's a call for a commercial structure fire over off of Northgate, so we're gonna head that direction. I know, right, Tiffany?
Tiffany, we're on the way to a commercial structure fire right now. Initial reports are an apartment above a leasing office at one of the...
refresh that. So see what apparatus is. Full assignment.
Yeah.
So they've got a full commercial assignment dispatched. So we're going to be off of North Gate and San Juan area. Just kind of a quick shot if we can get through these red lights.
So welcome back, y'all. We're on the way to a commercial fire assignment. We got a full assignment listed out for an apartment fire. So we're quickly trying to get out of the downtown area and head out to this fire.
Without burning up the brakes.
Yep. We're on the right schedule now.
Slow up just a little bit.
Yellow, red, green, blue.
Trying to catch the timing.
Yes, Tiffany, we're back. We're on the way to a commercial fire right now. As soon as we shut off, the buzzer went off. We're on the way to an apartment fire in the North Sacramento area.
We should have some fire apparatus catching up with us pretty soon. We're ahead of them, or at least one's coming out of downtown.
So it's a full assignment right now. So we've got truck 17, rescue 20, engine 18.
Love that help.
Yeah. So far nothing out of downtown though. Engine 14, 15, 18, 20.
Nobody signed out of downtown?
No.
Interesting.
It's probably best if we can get over to Norwood. Here comes one. See him coming now.
Oh, is it on Northgate?
Well,
What's it on?
Yeah, Northgate and San Juan.
Okay.
Oh, so I guess we can jump off and do Northgate. Right through here, right?
And 15 Drive, outside 2-story apartment structure. Residential, nothing visible.
Well, I mean, good.
Agent 15 is going to be investigating.
Nothing visible. They're investigating. B6, I'm not getting anything.
18's on scene, taking command.
Oh, it's smoky in here.
Welcome back, everybody. We're on the way to a commercial structure fire in North Sacramento. We've got one fire apparatus on scene. They're out investigating right now.
Slowing and checking our intersection. Very good. Even though it's green, we always check the intersection when we're heading to something, because a fire apparatus or police can be coming through pretty quick. And we got some folks crossing the street here on our left. Checking our intersection. Clear.
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 We're trying 3 and 15. There's nothing in one side. We got a light order of electrical and 15 and we got a balance of the tack.
Let's cut the balance of the tack. Light odor of electrical fire.
15 and handle, light odor of electrical. Battalion 3, the copy. Yeah, that's right, I got it. Somebody's still available, I give up the tack.
Alright, so they're all going available. One engine staying on scene. We'll roll down there and just tag base and head back for donuts. Now we start talking donuts. Want to get to donuts.
Welcome back, everybody. We're en route to a commercial structure fire. Right now, they're got light odor of electrical fire. They're starting to cancel off the engines. We're going to go ahead and proceed in and see what's going on, and then probably go offline again. But we're on the way there for sure. That's.
Oh, it's Rescue 20.
Yeah.
Engine 20.
Well, if you ever get a chance, go check out one of those rescue engines. They're you get a chance for a service day with your local fire department. Get a chance and go see one of those. It was over there.
Oh, it was over there. I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
I zigzag.
Well, I figured you knew where the engines were coming out of. One would say, follow where the engines are coming out.
Oh, man.
But those rescue vehicles are something else. We were in one. We had the opportunity a few weeks ago to go to our local fire department, or what was it? It's like a fire apparatus
open house.
And they had a new rig, rescue rig that was going down to San Jose, that had a full-on lab inside the rescue rig that they could test substances.
Oh, you're talking about the golden
San Jose one.
Oh, that. But
rig going to San Jose.
Oh, okay.
Out of the Pierce plant.
Yeah, golden. Shoot, I can't remember. Kenny's gonna kick my behind now.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's the local Pierce dealer.
Yeah.
Takes care of all the local fire apparatus. Sacramento just got a new hazmat rig that's got a lab inside, and then, like you said, the one going to San Jose is bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. Man, it was so nice. It has a full-on desk in it, and mini monitors so they can put up cameras and monitor situations, as well as have a full arsenal of the equipment that they need. But the cool part was they actually had a rolling laboratory with them, so they could test substances and work with them if they needed to. So
on Monday, did you hear about the shoplifting counterfeiters? No, did not hear about that. Shoplifting counterfeiters.
What does that mean? Another one.
Nope. So we'll keep you with us as we head back into downtown, just in case anything else breaks again. Ingestion.
Ingestion 6131 Zero Drive. Plane 2 engine type 6 medic 56 grab at 2003 operations on B3.
You really should stop ingesting.
Is that ingesting or indigestion?
take a bottle of Pepto-Bismol and call me in the morning. They're over here on the right. You see the road closure. They're it's Garden Highway, and it's a levee road, and they are trenching down the middle and filling it with cement to bolster the levee.
So did you see where they're going in and there's like 11 or 12 houses that they're going to buy as eminent domain along the levee, and they have until October of next year to be out?
No, I didn't hear that one.
Was a news story the other day that...
I don't watch the news.
Yeah, but they're supposedly going to take these houses and demolish them.
Wow. Right there on the riverside, or? Oh, Scott Lane from Loud Labs is live right now on his YouTube.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
On which side of the levee?
It's going to be on
the water side?
No, it's going to be on the north side of the levee.
Really?
They're going to expand out the levee, I guess. And they're claiming eminent domain if they don't accept their offer.
So, widen Garden Highway, possibly?
That's what it sounds like.
Wow. That's interesting. Oh, thanks for keeping me on top of that. Hey, I don't watch the news. Only when I know our footage is on it. We got a question there. I can't read it.
It was at the gas station at the airport, passed a couple of bad bills, and over the weekend had been stealing oil from them.
Oh, wow.
Huh. Yeah, no, I haven't heard anything about that.
Interesting.
Very interesting, Danielson. That's what we were talking about earlier. It can be hours and hours of nothing, and all of a sudden it gets really exciting, and then it can be either something that's really exciting or it can be a dud. You know, thankfully for the people who were, you know,
impacted,
it was a dud tonight, and there was nothing to see. Unfortunately for us,
nothing to shoot.
Nothing to shoot. But would rather have nothing to see, definitely, than.
And see, that's the difference between us and, like, right now, if you go on to Scott's live YouTube channel, he's the full-on LA stringer, which is what we used to be here in Sacramento. And if he doesn't shoot anything, then, you know, it's a night lost. For us, it's not a night loss. It's a good thing for the community that we didn't have anything to report in our news. But that's because we're working on being funded differently. News stringers are constantly after the invoices and chasing the money, and we're trying to change that. So we're creating a paradigm shift in this genre of news.
See, they put a speed limit sign or a digital speed thing right there.
This is a really bad intersection. The restaurant right over there on your right, Bangkok 12, has been hit twice in recent months and had to do some reconstruction. The first one, they were closed for 5 months and were open 5 days, and another car went into the restaurant. Hey, can we go back now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you all are tuning in here, we're coming back from a commercial structure fire that turned out to be a false alarm. So we're heading back to go reward ourselves with some donuts, even though we didn't do much tonight.
Well, we did. We spent a lot of time.
We got a lot of great FaceTime with you all.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Answered a lot of questions.
Yeah.
7 Sam Green Ball 621.
I mean, that's taxing.
Copy.
If y'all would go to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
Why do we have lights coming at us from this direction?
That's a good question, since it's a one-way. And speaking of taxing, tax deductible donations with us. We are a non-profit organization, so it's not taxing. No, we could really use your help. And so if you could help us out there, we would greatly appreciate it.
744.
All right. So we tell us the folks that we hang around a lot. We don't do landmarks like y'all do. When we see places, we see incidents. So right here on the left, one night we had 5 people shot right out on this patio, and that was an extremely busy night. We had that shooting. We had a guy hit over the head with a bottle over at Parlar. He was almost killed. We had another gal that was drunk and strung out on drugs, just totally out of control. In fact, it's one of the top viewed videos on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see it kind of towards the top as one of the most watched. That was that same night. So while the police were trying to handle that, her out front, and she assaulted a security officer, took her stiletto heel off and hit the security officer, and she was in cuffs and got away from him and ran out into traffic, rolled over a car and onto the ground, and then her friends had her over on the sidewalk, and she was just completely flipping out. So they're trying to deal with that. Meanwhile, another call came out right on the back side of that same club. There was a guy with a gun. So all that stuff was happening that night. Where are you headed? We're actually going to be wrapping up right now, and so we're going to be heading to Donuts in just a minute on Freeport. If you're in the Sacramento area and you want to do a PJ run and for some donuts and join us, we'll be heading over to Marie's Donuts on right next to McClatchy School on Freeport in just a few minutes. So this is Maverick and Ace saying goodbye again, signing off, and for good this time. We'll see you later on tonight when we come on around 11:30 midnight, and we're signing out. Have a good one. Be safe, y'all. Thanks again for joining us.
Have a good night.